It's no secret that Riot's Arcane animated series on Netflix wowed not only gamers who play League of Legends, but also random people who decided to give the show a chance. And ever since then, the Valorant community has been practically on their knees begging to Riot Games to make a Valorant Netflix series as well. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why that's actually an extremely smart move if a Valorant Netflix series were to ever be produced. We're going to talk about the monumental success that series would have, not only for gamers who already heard of or enjoy Valorant, but for Riot's possible dive into the world of cinema. With Arcane reaching a 100% approval rate from Rotten Tomatoes, a 9.1 out of 10 from IMDb, and an insane 97% Google users rating, to say it blew fans out of the water would be a huge understatement. But if Valorant were to ever get its own series, I really do think it would hit those same ratings, and here's why. But before we get into the checks this series would have to cross off to be successful, a word from today's sponsor. You love lore, I love lore. You know who also loves lore? Raid Shadow Legends loves lore. And the lore-loving Raid is celebrating their 3rd birthday. While you use my links below or scan the QR code for mobile or PC, let me tell you why I love Raid. Since it's Raid's 3rd birthday, we're gonna do this in threes. The top 3 champions I want are 1, Broadmob, because look at that big chungus and his like 20 chins. 2, Cupidus, because his armor is just so freaking cool in my opinion. And 3, Euros the Soul Cage, because he honestly looks like a really nice cuddle buddy. The top 3 reasons to play Raid are: 1, the gameplay is insanely intense; 2, the storyline with the campaign is amazing; and 3, well, because I told you to, and you wouldn't regret it anyways. Speaking of the storyline, the campaign is one of my favorite aspects of Raid. It's a great storyline full of lore and history that sucks you in while defeating the waves of enemies. Of course, it's also epic taking down those mighty bosses every once in a while too. Since it's Raid's birthday, they are running a ton of events right now, along with tournaments and giveaways. So there's seriously never been a better time to get started. And if you use my link or scan the QR code right here, new players will get a free starter pack worth almost $40 whole to kickstart your game. We're talking free champions Misericorde, Tiger Soul, and Romero, 10 Magic XP Brew, 10 Force XP Brew, and 10 Spirit XP Brew. And since it's Raid's birthday, the gifts keep coming. All new and existing players can get a bunch of free birthday gifts worth over $25. Once you're in game, just enter promo code 3YearsRaid to get your hands on everything. Simple. Thank you, Raid, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so right off the bat, we need to address that even if a Valorant Netflix series were to release and it was like actually like really bad, it would still get a ton of people watching and talking about it just because Valorant is extremely popular. It's so popular that it is very consistently above League of Legends, which Arcane is based off of on Twitch. Of course, the day I screenshot this, League is doing better, but I promise Valorant is usually on top. And if we take a look at Google Trends worldwide for Valorant and League of Legends search terms, Valorant blows away League, with the only time it came close is when Arcane came out. So even if the Valorant show were to actually be like not very good, it would still get a ton of people watching it, at least solely based on how popular Valorant is as a game. But I can pretty much guarantee that it wouldn't suck. We already get a glimpse of the potential a Valorant show has just by watching the cinematics Riot released. I will say that Riot hasn't missed yet when it comes to these breathtaking cinematics. The visuals.
Game you won.
Please, be my guest.
Okay, any other game?
Action. Storytelling and voice acting is incredible.
Time's over. Ready up.
Team Forge? Really?
What? Fire and steel. Come on. Hey, wait.
Not only the cinematics though, but the audio files too, whether it's the voicemail messages to Brimstone in his office,
Monsieur Brimstone, I must say again how wise it is that you have embraced our partnership.
or the legendary audio files of the strike team apprehending the blackmailer recently.
I can't see it. Neon, where are you?
Cypher, Neon, report.
KO, we're blind in here.
They're blinded. Woo!
Hang on, I'm coming in.
They are able to convey so much raw emotion, action and intensity with just voice lines and sound effects. I totally forgot also about the music and the music videos that go along with them too, which are of course incredible as well. One major aspect about why a Valorant Netflix series would be successful is we already have an extremely well-made world already built with massive potential for the story to go anywhere it really wants. The mysteries of Radianite and the social dilemmas of Radiants and humans coexisting. The kingdom and the ethics challenge with the harvest of Radianite for power and its use of weapons. The tragedy that is Mirror Earth and their desperate attempts to save themselves with the attacks on our Earth. The possible dive into the Radiant Wars led by Empress Reyna. And of course, the characters and agents from the Valorant protocol. What I'm trying to say is that we already have a superb foundation for a great story to be told in an animated series. Riot already knows what is doing well with a story that is intriguing and hyping up a lot of people and, well, what isn't. They already know which agents are fan favorites and the love of the stories in which they bring. And we, as fans, already have emotional attachments to those said agents. Like, we all have agents we love, and seeing them up on the screen, solving problems, advancing character arcs, or just being a badass in action sounds so cool to me. Each episode can be a special segment of Valorant's lore so far, with an overarching story combining all episodes together. Maybe one episode can be dedicated to Chamber's infiltration of the Everland Research Facility on Fracture and the destruction he caused. Maybe we could get a whole episode of the experimentation that destroyed Omen and the quick frantic battle Sage had to save them. Like, there are so many instances of Valorant's lore that can be told in these stories easily. Like, just take this whole story with the blackmailer so far. Like, that could be an amazing episode, or, you know, special couple episodes in the Valorant show. Like, how much information has come out with the blackmailer Fade Agent 20 so far? Like, I'm just thinking that on top of my head. Like, that would just be amazing. Another thing I really want to talk about is we already know that the voice actors and actresses of Valorant are already amazing. Riot wouldn't have to worry about hiring voice actors for the show and hoping the community enjoys the actors' work. Like, it's already proven that the cast Riot selected to voice the agents of Valorant are incredibly talented and have proven that time and time again. Also, I wanted to circle back to the music videos we've gotten already. Whether they are promotional hype for an event or a music video to post on Valorant's Twitter page, they don't miss. So I can also make a good assumption that the score for the Netflix show would sound amazing as well. There's something so magical about having powerful music accompany an emotional or important scene in a movie or show. Another thing I want to mention that would benefit Riot so much and the Valorant IP is the influx of new players a successful show would naturally bring in. Remember the Google Trends graph I showed earlier with the huge spike in League of Legends popularity when Arcane came out? Well, that same thing would happen to Valorant when a series would be released. Now, we did see that spike ultimately drop back down to where it was before, not long after Arcane's launch. But I think the thing with that is correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but isn't League like an extremely hard game to get into? Like, I've never played it, so I'm like completely lost when it comes to this. But maybe people watched the show, thought they'd give, you know, League of Legends a chance, but was too overwhelmed with it when they tried playing it. I think Valorant would hold the attention more for new players checking it out after watching the show. Plus, it's free to play, so like, you know, what's the loss in trying it out? That would mean more people interested in Pro League, watching YouTube videos, which I'm a little biased on, of course, and most importantly for Riot, spending money on skins and Riot points. So I'm sure that's something Riot will of course think about when considering producing a Valorant series. Plus, the demand is already extremely high for a Valorant show. Like, look at any cinematic release for Valorant and you'll see comment after comment saying something along the lines of, quote, when will Valorant make a show like this? Or, quote, I wish there was a Valorant show like Arcane. Like, hell, even I see those comments all the time in even my videos. So if I get these comments enough on my videos to make me notice that people have a demand for it, I'm positive that Riot sees the tidal waves of comments they get all the time on their Valorant videos or Twitter comment section. But in case they don't see the demand for it, comment down below how badly you want a Valorant show on a scale of 1 to 100. If enough people do it and bring the attention to Riot, I'm sure they'll listen. They usually do. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe notifications if you're new. Now, with all that being said, Jeppy out.